A former Bibb County assistant superintendent accused of killing his wife has been out on bond for nearly 3 years with no trial date in sight. Edward Judie is charged with murdering Joyce Judie in November 2019.
We've been staying on top of this case since the start, asking the DA's office for updates. But Joyce Judie's daughter says the system is treating her mom like more than just a number. Camila Williams spoke with her daughter and the Macon District Attorney's Office about her long wait for justice.
How do you just kind of even get through the day-to-day?
I paint. I work, I paint, I work, I paint.
Ebonie Toye says she's had to keep herself busy since the death of her mother, Joyce Judie.
She was just beautiful inside and out. She was very, very girly and stringent at the same time.
Judie spent 20 years in the military and 12 years teaching, part of those in Bibb County schools. But the memories Ebonie shared with her mother don't feel the same.
She was really happy that day. The world's a different place without her. And it's been a long time, and it's not getting any better or any easier.
Has the DA contacted you?
They contact me to tell me there's no reason for them to contact me. That's what they do.
Joyce Judie was found dead in her home in 2019. The suspect?
Edward Judie, my stepdad, who was married to her for 24 years at that time.
He's charged with felony murder. The indictment alleges Edward Judie poisoned his wife after an autopsy showed 6 times the lethal amount of cocaine in her system. Toye says her mother never did drugs and rarely took a drink.
She didn't have any vices. None.
Toye says she's stuck because there's no trial date for Edward Judie or the other suspect, Aaliyah Walker, the housekeeper that faces the same charges as Judie. Toye says she's called DA Anita Howard's office several times a month since 2020. She says they told her there's no trial date, the case hasn't made the court docket, and they're still backlogged from COVID.
Aren't those rules raised already? Like, haven't we already started moving forward? Why have other people been charged, tried, and convicted since then of worse crimes than that one? And he murdered my mother. But he's free.
Judie is out of jail on $200,000 bond, and Toye has no clue where he is. Toye says Howard's been doing everything else but moving this case forward, pointing to Howard's frequent public appearances, staff events, and conferences. She's worried the longer Judie is out, the more excuses the DA can make for why Judie can't go to trial.
Because over time, people forget, things get lost, things happen.
I reached out to Anita Howard's office about Edward Judie's case. An email from Chief Assistant DA Cindy Adams declined an interview. Instead, she sent this bullet point timeline of where the case stands. The latest development last July when Judie's defense team asked for a trial delay. Adams wrote, quote, "Our office takes this matter very seriously. We know the death of Ms. Judie has been tragic for her family. We will continue to pursue justice in this case with the seriousness and commitment it deserves."
I don't know if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing in the stipulations for his bond. I don't even know if he's still in the country.
Toye says the DA's office hasn't offered support to her to process her mother's death.
Pretend support group called Victims Advocacy, and it's definitely pretend because they have on their website that they've helped people, they've spent such and such amount of money on helping people that are victims. I haven't even been offered a therapist or therapy.
Toye's ready to have closure and move on.
If the DA was sitting right here, Anita Howard, what would you say to her?
Can you please give me a court date? Can we start trial?
So someone is held responsible for the death of Joyce Judie, and Toye can focus on keeping busy in healthier ways. Camila Williams, 13 WMAZ News.
The last known information filed on Edward Judie was March of last year. Filings for Aaliyah Walker were for discovery materials like witness statements, arrest warrants, and criminal history.
That was filed in April of this year. We are adding Joyce Judie to our 2023 memorial page on 13WMAZ.com. It's part of a project we launched in August called More Than a Number. Our goal is to give a face to the victims of violent crime and give a voice to their families.
If you or someone you know has been impacted by a crime or tragedy, you can find more resources online in our section called More Than a Number. That includes our Victims Memorial page and the Forum for Families. Text MORE to 478-752-1309 and we'll send our guide directly to your phone. That's MORE to 478-752-1309. 752-1309.